Hello. I guess I'll be stepping in for commentary once again, even though I am doing the restream. After this level. Just gotta fix this timer. I always want help. Yeah, okay, join the waiting room and I'll bring you in. 'Cause I'm, I guess, not very talkative today.
How's it going?
Hello.
So it seems this is actually a super interesting race we got going on right now. I'm not sure how much y'all have been keeping up on Rupert. TM is a fantastic runner, and Rupert has been giving it his all this whole run. I think he's been getting close to PB almost every race. So I should be a little better set up once I get their streams up and running, so I can be a little in front of you guys. But right now, going into DS1, we're looking for an optimal time of 362. Doesn't look like Rupert has fast fly right now, while TM might. Could be a 50 speed. So this is where Rupert could really lose some time. We got 362 coming out of TM and a 361 out of Rupert. I thought he was going a little slower, so that's kind of nice to see. And here's where we're really going to get into the meat of this run. This shell grab right here can cause a lot of problems for runners around this seed. Not only getting out of the dry room, but keeping the shell out of the dry room. And both of them do a phenomenal job. Alright, we've got a good backup from Rupert. TM did pretty well. Rupert getting the 252, unfortunately. both of them losing a little bit of time in the ghost house. Rupert, you can see, obviously had to dodge that ghost circle coming in right there. And a missed P-switch from TM. Let's see how Rupert handles the P-switch. Very similarly. So you guys let me know if I get a little bit ahead now that I have their streams up. Just saw a final hit for TM coming at a 332. Yes, Flex, and those little jumps on the fence, those cage grabs, are fantastic. What we're looking for here is some Super M37 Smashola. If you're a sub, smash it in the chat, because boy do these guys need it after seeing these runs. We're not going to have too much of a difference. Rupert pulling ahead just barely going into Star World 2. So what we're looking for here is a 260 optimal time. Oh no. We have TM not only losing Yoshi, losing the cape, losing his life as Rupert continues to shred through this level. I didn't even need Rupert's audio to know he was swinging to the beat of that Mario jam right. Yes, it's a good point, Walk. They did use different timings. As you can tell on the timers, they are synced up about as good as you can get it. But they do have a 2.2 second difference in how they run their split. So we have TM grabbing a cape again from Star World 1, going back into Star World 2. We had a quick Star World 3 going into Star World 4 from Rupert. He's doing the overfly, which is I think, a crazy strat. I think after this race is over, we're going to see Rupert make the switch to the under. I think we're going to see a lot of strat changes in Rupert whenever he's done with his races, because he has grown an incredible player in the past few weeks. And if anyone noticed that double grab right there from TM, grabbing both the Yoshi and the key, that's a game winner right there. You double grab, that's so many swag points. You should just go ahead and win. So we have Rupert doing an interesting entrance into room 2 as TM goes into Star World 4. Let's see if he goes over or under. And he picks the standard under as Rupert makes it through. Doesn't pick door 5 with the damage boost. He does have a flower, so he could have pulled it off, but he feels more comfortable in room 7 as we've seen from his previous races. Got a good fly there. He got away from that fireball that was going to get him. We were about to see Rupert lose his cape. So he does the late spin fly to thread the needle, and he threaded it very nicely. Didn't keep flight through the dark room, but that was a great dark room under the circumstances, as we have TM entering Bowser's Castle. Rupert going into his Bowser fight. He's gotten a few insta-hits in his previous races as opposed to none on his first races. So he's definitely been developing his Bowser. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. Rupert has really been practicing for these races. And it's been great to see these runners come out and just add so much to their PBs. TM going with the earlier spin strat, still threading the needle and keeping cape speed through the dark room. He's heading into Bowser now. And so all it takes is one mistake on phase 2 coming up here for Rupert to lose it all. And this is where things get very interesting. In my previous race, anyone can tell you Bowser fights make the race. I am a testament to that. Rupert going for a good ball skip here. Almost lost it. Almost lost the ball skip, but managed to sneak it out. TM getting done with his phase 1 quite well. Rupert is sticking to a safer yet slower Koopa hit. I'm not sure if he's worked out quite the differences with his insta-hits, but regardless, it's nice to play safe right now. He's going into his third phase. This could be the race right here. With a nice hit, Bowser's going to be doing a 5 bounce, and we're going to see Roopert go off the top of the screen. Hopefully hit him coming in from the right side. Ooh, and we saw the SRL final boss right there. But regardless, Roopert is going to take this with an 11-12 real time. Ooh, and just watching TM. He's snaking this through, but he's gonna get it. He got his phase 2, going into phase 3. And Roopert gets to sit back, get those nerves out, get ready for race 2. TM had a very scary Star World 2, had to go back for Cape in Star World 1. And that one mistake is coming to bite him right now. He's going up for his fly. With an 8 bounce, that's a weird time to fly, and he does lose his cape because of it. He just needs the one hit right here, and he gets it. So, one extra hit on phase 3, and he still gets his peach with a 12:01. So that race is going to go to Roopert, who did a fantastic job. So with these runners being so close in skill as we saw in their races, if it didn't come down to that Star World 2, this would have been a phenomenal race. What we're really looking for in race 2 are zips. Zips seemed to be the thing that got both runners dancing around the stage, getting low 280s. If it's as close as this race was before Star World 2, we are in for quite the race next round. Let's go ahead and open up their bracket so we can see a little more into their past history with these runs, see how they got where they... Alright, so pulling up the bracket, I know Roopert from his initial race with 333, Rich 333. And Roopert actually made Rich worry. Roopert put out some effort. And then going into the losers bracket, he then faced Moni, who is well known in the Super Mario community, and beat her with a 2-zip, leading him up to this ThunderMustache race. The difference between his Rich races and his ThunderMustache race today is incredible. You can tell he's been putting in the effort. You can tell that he has been grinding for PBs. Now, let's look at Thunder's side of the bracket. Alright, I'm just scanning real quick for Thunder here. He was seeded number 21, which is a fantastic seed. So I know his PB has to be sub 20. And he started up against Javi, which he got a good 2-0 against. And then ended up against Dots, which as everyone knows is a very hard race. Very hard race. Dots just barely losing out to Drams recently. If anyone saw that race, it was fantastic. So seeing ThunderMustache in this, losing to Dots, he has some tricks up his sleeve. He can get this run in. This is not Roopert's yet. And that's what we're really looking for here. We're looking for that race that is going to decide it. If ThunderMustache can come in, he had a sloppy Star World 2, which is not a usual level to be sloppy on. So you can probably attribute that to nerves, muscle memory. You know, there's a million different things to attribute it to. And we're starting off with race 2. Rupert up 1 against ThunderMustache. Oh, and we got that 1-up swag coming out of the gate. Rupert is not feeling the nerves. He is taking all his jumps as short as he can. As you see Thunder just slaying through for his 360. A 361 from Rupert. A very rare happenstance that only saves time if you happen to get the shell jump in YI4, Yoshi's Island 4, which we're not expected to see from these runners. So it's more just a neat swag trick that just gets pulled off. It's very cool to see though. So the big question is, are we going to see 259s from these runners? Or are there going to be some cheeky 258s popping out? It's like Rupert got the 259. I'm sorry, I did not have it backwards. I do not apologize. It was TM who lost some speed there, got the 255. So Rupert takes a slight lead of about 2 seconds or so in the race. This level is quite simple, as World 1 tends to be. None of them destroy the shell. They're not looking to save that lag frame. That's not their concern right now. They want to play it safe, get through World 1, and see where the other person is. They know the real challenge lies after DP1. So let's see how Rupert's cage grabs go here. We want to see smooth, fluid downward grabs while constantly moving right. He's taking it safe. He's crawling the whole way through while you see TM jumping through. It's going to save him a little bit of time against Rupert. Just barely. So both of them are going for the fire kill on Iggy, it looks like. Very safe strat, standard strat, highly recommended. A fantastic 240 from Rupert. That was fantastic from both of them. Look at how quickly TM got that kill. TM is slowly but surely catching up. Now, last time we watched Donut Plains 1, where you get the cape after this level, we saw Rupert get a 261, while a 361, while a 362 came from TM. It was enough of a difference to change their race. It's not going to make that much of a difference here unless something happens to Rupert. Where we're really looking for a time change is going to come in the next level, Donut Secret 1, underwater, the shell grab. It was very intense for TM last time, and we'll see how it goes. But if they race the way they've been racing, they've been doing great. We're coming down to zips. We're looking for zips. Rupert with a second 361, and TM right behind him. It's always great watching people's Donut Secret 1. You can see the different routes they take, the little button changes that they do differently than you. Right now, they're just trying to get to the dry room with a 279 and exit out with a 274. Rupert's hung on the pipe a little bit there, while TM got a great dry room. Once again, staying right behind him, and then losing the shell. Rupert has a P block while TM is going for his T-block after losing Cape. And losing the flower, and losing the P-block. It is all just falling apart at Donut Secret 1 right now, as Rupert goes into Donut Secret House. My goodness, there is still a lot of race left to be had. Rupert, as always, cutting it close with that second boo ring. He went for the quick P-block strat, didn't quite get it as he kicked the P-block in front of him. Whenever you do that, you have to make sure that you have let go of the D-pad by the time you let go of the P-block. Otherwise, the P-block will end up ahead of you and cost you time. Whereas on TM's side, a little hang up on the P-block, losing the shell, going up, but coming out clean at least. He has the cape, he has his lives. That's what matters right now. And we all know what's coming up next for Rupert. So if you're a subscriber, throw it up in the chat. I want to see some Super M37 Smashola. Here we go, Rupert. That was a Smashola-ish. I'm not sure if we have that emote yet. The first zip didn't treat him kind, and the second zip just put salt in the wounds. Still ahead, though. Still safely ahead as TM goes in for the ghost. Oh, and Rupert once again spinning to the tune of the beat. I'm not sure if you guys can hear it on the restream, but Rupert is quite the Yoshi DJ. He spins Yoshis like records. Coming out with a 336 out of the Ghost House for TM. Not a bad time for a race, and a optimal 260 Star World 2 for Rupert. Now don't blink, this next Star World's quick. He goes up for the key with the P block. 191 is not bad. And at least TM got through the zips there. He went for, oh my goodness gracious. He almost flew through the bottom and died, but he nailed the second zip, got through it quick, and he's on to Star World 2. Rupert doing a standard race safe upper fly that is for absolute crazy people. I don't know how y'all do it. That looks more pro than pro strats. That is absolutely terrifying. As TM just calmly goes through Star World 2 this time. Didn't lose his cape, didn't lose his Yoshi, didn't lose his life. And Rupert goes on to Bowser. Let's see if he picks door 7 again this time, as he tends to do, as opposed to the safer door 5. Incredible door 2. Incredible door 2. He's going for door 5. We have a 192 Star World 3 from TM, which is an incredible time using the strat he did. Oof! And that's why you don't do door 7. Right there. He caught a fireball to the face. He went for a late flight, which worked for him last run. Did not work for him this run. But he is not shook. Look at those no cape strats. Look at every fireball hitting an enemy. That is a man with intention. As TM does my classic move and misses the box for Star World 4, falling to the bottom of the level. We have a Bowser versus a Star World 4 right now, going back for K. He's not even going to Star World 1. I'm not sure he knows that he can get a cape there. He went back to Donut Plains 1, which is definitely going to cost him some time. Rupert having a little bit of trouble on that phase, but he has his Koopa for ball skip. That's what counts here. Rupert can play it safe and this game is his. But what Mario player has ever played it safe? We've seen races lost from here, and I'm excited to see how the rest of this Bowser fight's going to go. Let's see how TM handles his Star World 4 ending again. He's much higher this time, much safer. He's going to get it just fine with a 272 optimal time. Roopert going for a no-cape ball skip here. Oh, just got it. Just got it. He has definitely been practicing his no-cape Bowser. Thunder is running his little plumber legs off right now, going through room 2. Super fast. Perfect landing. He can't go for door 5. He also has to go for door 7. Let's see if he catches the same mistake that Roopert caught by the fireball. And there it is. The lost cape from a fireball. The death. Oh, to a jumping Koopa. My goodness. We have 3 deaths now from TM. He is down to 2 lives. And we have game from Roopert with a 1:14 real-time run. Absolutely fantastic. You can tell even in his troubled spots, he did not have a moment of weakness. He continued going. He continued fighting. And that's what I love watching Roopert for. So you guys make sure to throw out your GGs. Follow the runners. They do a phenomenal job. Follow this channel. Make sure you subscribe. Show your support. We're coming up to the final 8 soon, and that's where things are going to get intense. I'm having a little bit of trouble with TM's screen. I'm not sure. His stream is still going because his timer is. I assume he has paused to stop the race. All right, we have it official from Walk. TM has forfeited. After that room 7 fight, I can't exactly blame him. I would love to get the runners in here for an interview, if at all possible. Let's talk about your runs, talk about the race, things that were going through your head at certain parts. But once again, we have our winner, Roopert, with an 11-14 final run. Let's see, I've got TM in the waiting room. I would love to interview him first while we wait on Roopert to come in. Hey, TM, you there?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, so we're just getting done watching the runs. They were very entertaining. How were you feeling during them?
Not so bad. I wasn't actually that prepared. I was watching the basketball game just before I got to the sidetracked. But yeah, I wasn't really that prepared, so I guess that showed. It took a few deaths. But overall, I was having fun. It's good enough.
So you're telling me that you were watching the Celtics versus Cavaliers instead of focusing on your Star World 2 right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's completely understandable. I'll let it slide.
Cool. Yeah, that death I took in Star World 2 is a death that I'm usually pretty concerned about. I have some kind of setup that I worked on that is usually foolproof, but I don't know what happened there.
So it's one of those times when muscle memory fails you.
Definitely, yeah.
And the last race, we saw a terrifying zip 2 from you that you pulled off. Barely made the platform. You could have easily gone under. That was incredible.
Was it that tight?
It was very tight. That's
Can we talk about how Roopert got 361 in Yoshi's Island 2 in both races?
Well, I mean, that kind of solidified what the race was going to be, I think, in my mind. That's quite a bad omen.
He had totally won at that point.
Well, we appreciate you racing, TM. We're sorry it didn't work out. You had great runs. You had a few mistakes that really bit into it, but those were fantastic runs to watch. We really appreciate you putting out that content for us.
It's my pleasure, and I'm sorry I can close him out. Maybe next.
Maybe next time. That's what I like to hear. So we thank you, TM. Everyone, make sure you go and follow TM 9001. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. He is over 9,000. And we're going to switch on over to Rupert right now. Rupert, can you hear us? Because we cannot hear you. All right, Rupert jumping out. He's doing the mime approach. I get it. I like it. He's pulling that rope, and those ropes are attached to winds right now. Rupert, are you there? Well, regardless, whether or not Rupert is there, I would love to say to him, he did fantastic runs. He has been killing it during this race. He really came up as a dark horse. And I've really enjoyed watching his run, as well as everyone else in chat, I'm sure. Everyone needs to go follow roopert83, Rupert with 2 O's, as you can see on the screen. And make sure to stay tuned for his next race, which is going to be against Eric Made X, who is a phenomenal runner who crushed Monochrome 2-zip just the other night. Very entertaining race, and Rupert's going to have trouble for it. We have the upcoming races on the screen, where we have Delka MX versus Sten. Do not miss that. Delka and Sten are phenomenal runners, and they're going to show you some strats that will blow your mind. And at 6:30 p.m., we have the infamous Truman versus Dunkel, and that will be a great one. Both of which are losers round 4 bracket. They will be very exciting losers bracket that we've had. The seeding has just been insane for this competition, so every bracket is worth watching. But on Thursday, we have an incredible event for you. At 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, the Area 51 versus the Dram in winners round 5. This is where they do not play around. There are no safe strats. You grind it and you do it. The winner will face against the winner of Retro Bob versus Paco. So they do not have any more easy runs for the rest of this tournament. So pick your favorites. Make sure to always come to twitch.tv/Super Mario World. Watch your favorite runners race your favorite game. I would like to thank all of you for watching the races today. If Rupert could make it work, I would love to have him in. Kind of feel we're wrapping up here. Maybe before the next race or something, we could get a quick interview with him. I would love to hear what he has to say about the runs he's been doing lately.
Yeah, I want to hear it too.
But I absolutely thank each and every one of you for coming out, watching these races, supporting these runners, and hopefully it's getting a few of you chatters interested in running some 11 exit. Very easy run to get into. We have a wiki, we have a Discord, we have all these runners who are incredible help. I would say most runners who run this game have learned something or another from another runner in this game. We're very community friendly. We're very open to having people come in. And I'm very excited to see how many 11 exit runners we have at the end of this race. So thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it.
Can you hear me?
We got Rupert.
Oh my goodness, do we have Rupert finally coming in?
Hey, Rupert.
Yeah, Discord's being Discord.
All right, well, you guys are in luck. We have Rupert coming in the clutch at the very last second. Rupert, I'm very stoked to talk to you about these races. How did you feel during those races?
The first one, I feel like overall went fairly well. The second one, I didn't make any super critical mistakes, but I made several that I'd rather not made on that, especially losing the cape in the castle. I mean, it all worked out in the end, but I tried to stick with what what I'm comfortable with, and see how far that takes me.
And it definitely paid off. Using safer strats kept your lead. If you have gone outside of your muscle memory, who knows what could have happened. And you see a lot of runners make that mistake during this competition. How have your runs grown since the beginning of these races?
I've managed to get a few PBs. Like my PB is, I believe, an 11 flat right now, which I do know that I can do a little better than that with even with the current strats that I have. I just haven't had a lot of time to grind out a lower PB, but I have definitely made some improvements and consistency improvements since the tournament started.
A flat 11 is great. That is one of the biggest hurdles that a runner goes through to beat. So going for your sub 11 is going to be awesome to watch. You guys make sure that you're following these runners. What strats did you think worked better than normal? Any work worse than normal?
I need to work on DS1. I need to put a little more work into that. I wasn't pleased with the results in either one of those. I mean, not the biggest deal, but I did miss I didn't get into the pipe in the dry room with 274. I kind of missed the pipe both times. But
I did notice that you hung on the left edge just a little bit, but not the worst that could have happened.
Yeah. So just I need to put a little more practice into that. My zips could be a little better.
Yes, I think zips are something both of y'all can grind out super hard and get those PBs. How are you feeling about your next race versus Eric Made X? I'm not sure if you've seen any of his races this tournament, but it is quite the race for you.
Unfortunately, I have not seen his races up to this point.
I like it. You're going in blind. That shows confidence. And how much have you been practicing your no cape strats? You lost cape in room 7. You didn't skip a beat. You went through dark room like you've done it 1,000 times before with no cape.
I used to run 95 exit and run some no cape no star roll.
Wow.
So those strats kind of come are not really foreign to me, and so I've been in those situations enough times to just I'm comfortable with it. So it's nice to know those strats in a backup situation where you kind of lose your cape and you can just go forward without losing a lot of additional time.
So you go for door 7 even if you have the fire flower in the back?
I'm sorry, what's that?
You go for door 7 even if you have the fire flower in reserve?
He did. He went for door 7 both races with fire flower.
Interesting.
It did cost him in race 2, but I felt maybe he wasn't comfortable with room 5. Is that the case, Rupert?
Well, actually, in the second race, I lost my cape in. I think I'm pretty sure I lost the cape actually in room 7 on the second run.
You did, yes. And you had a fire flower for backup, which most would use for door 5. Is that a strat that you just don't use normally?
I don't typically go for door 5. I can do for door 5, but at this point, I'm still a little more comfortable with 7, so that's fine. What I decided to go with.
Understandable. It made for a very exciting race to watch.
Yeah, door 7 just looks cooler anyways.
It's so cool, but you gotta watch out for those fireballs. They always get you. So for closing thoughts, TM, do you have anything to say to our chat?
Well, thanks for watching. I was looking forward to this race because Rupert's actually like one of the SRL veterans in my eyes. I used to see him race all the time. So maybe a lot of people don't know him so well, but I definitely I knew he was a really strong opponent, and I was looking forward to it. But whatever happened, and I can't be too salty. I was having a lot of fun. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Thank you, Carrick, for the restreaming commentary.
Yeah, of course. And I really appreciate you guys running. That was fantastic to watch. And Rupert, do you have anything to say before we head out?
Not a lot. Just I had fun with the races, and for both of them, especially early on, it looked like they were going to be extremely close up to the end. I mean, I know it didn't play out that way, but I had fun. Just got to try to get prepared for the next race and enjoy the rest of the time that I'm in the tournament.
All right. Well, we really appreciate it. You guys in the chat, make sure to tune in tomorrow, 8 a.m. Eastern, 5 a.m. Pacific, for Delka versus Stin. It's going to be a fantastic race. And for our evening race at 6:30, 3:30 Pacific, we have Truman versus Dunkel. And these are going to be phenomenal races from here on out, as you just saw. We're very excited for all of you to watch it, and we're very excited to race it. So stay tuned. And we'll see you all next race.